Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite dark sorcerer here. And tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about defining black magic, demonic sorcery, you know, baneful magic. What is it? Who is it? Where does it come from? So, first of all, first thing you got to understand about black magic or dark sorcery in general is that every practitioner approaches this craft, this path working, on their own. It's not like a white light practitioner, such as Wiccan and pagan practice. We don't practice like they do. You see, black magicians, black sorcerers, dark sorcerers, such as necromancers, demonolators, Satanists, even the Bokor is in it for personal gain. The term Bokor, for an example, within voodoo, is one who works with both hands. A Satanist works with both hands. You see, just like a warlock is somebody who utilizes whatever they get their hands on. You see, they're not constricted with rules, or how should I say this? They're not constricted with rules or that lovey-dovey ambition that pagans and Wiccans have, or even Christians. You see, a black magician's role is a lot different. We're in it for power. There is no mistake in that. There's no denying the personal gain aspects. We sell our services. We do baneful sorcery, such as hexes, to teach somebody a lesson. Curses, to eliminate foes and obstacles, either in our own lives, our own path, or in that of our clients. And then you have jinxes. A jinx is placed on somebody that you really want to have extremely bad luck. It's almost karmatic, if you think about it. This path allows you to do a lot that the white light practitioners would deny you. They will sit there and live in a fearful state, just like those of the JCI, the Judo Christian Institutions. JCI for short. You see, their complex is, or their mentality is simple. Do as I do, but do as I tell you to do, not as I do. Okay? You have the higher ups that will sit there and do their own thing. You have the youth who do their thing. And then you have the little old ladies that sit there and yep, against everybody else. And then you have the guys going off and, the rest of them just sit there and go their own merry way. They're only in it just for the image, the popularity. They're not in it. They're more dabblers than anything, putting on the show. See, a black magician, we're not like that. We live it, we breathe it, we sleep in it, and yes, we eat in it. Now, what do I mean by that? Why don't we break this down? It's not a sometime thing. It is not a part-time thing. It is a full-time path working. We're looking to better ourselves, our practices. Our clientele simply benefit us in that manner. We can utilize love spells or lust rituals in a numerous different ways, which would be classified as the lovey-dovey type stuff, such as bringing a lover to you, or basically separating a couple, defining that moment, a breakup spell, or perhaps even, let's say, for an example, to cause mischief and diversity between male and female, or female and female, male and male. It doesn't matter. There are numerous different aspects of different practices that befall a compassion ritual or a destruction ritual. There's so many tools that is at our disposal that we can utilize, such as seership, mediumship, gazing into the soul of our target through oneomancy or that of cartomancy practices to gain a better understanding of who we're going after. Sun Tzu said in The Art of War, to know oneself is to know thy enemy, and to know thy enemy is to know thyself. The biggest obstacle that a newbie in black magic or any form of sorcery has is overcoming their own ego, to overcome the complexes of the world through thought forms. You see, a lot of individuals, when they come to this path, they think it's, oh, good and evil, light and dark, black and white. When the truth is, magic is magic. It is the sorcerer or sorceress that defines that magic through their own will in the expansion of their will into the universe and into the world itself. The journey begins with you as the individual before it goes out into the world. When we do rituals, there's a reason why we meditate. There is a reason why we study and practice what we preach. It is not just for profit, it is not just for show and tell, that look at me complex. Did I do good? We're not atheists. We're not going to sit there and be the bad guy to the church and go, hey, I'm playing the devil right now. Am I doing good? Now you can hate me. No. You see, that's the ego, and that's the falsity of thought complex that defines who you are at the beginning. The more you delve into black magic, the more you delve into sorcery and start learning the ways and the path, then you can start defining it once you understand it and who you are and what you want to become. You are the practitioner, the witch or the warlock, male or female practitioner. It does not matter what path you follow. That is up to you to discern if you want to be of the white light or the black magician practice. That is up to you. What you're willing to do when you are fully armed and committed and dedicated to sorcery and to the spirits that you have built up a relationship with, that is on you as the practitioner. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Black magicians, dark sorcerers, necromancers, Satanists, we are lone wolves. We don't associate or become branded as a coven, as a brotherhood. You get on social media, you'll see what I mean by this. A practitioner is one who betters themselves and studies, practices, and evolves on their own 2 feet. They're building the foundations for themselves and their future. They're not going to sit there and go, okay, this these bunch of people are sitting there going, okay, we're brothers and sisters. Let's get on that. I want to get in on that. If you want to do that, go to your nearest church because you're not into black magic. You're into the white light mentality, the thought form of falsicity, the Ethiopian mentality. You want to grow, you want to learn, you want to get into black magic, learn for yourself. Someone like me, someone like Frank White, someone like Connor Kendall, someone like, let's go with Bokor Leonard Imera, okay, can guide you and teach you. They can guide you to where you need to be, give you a reading, the whole kit and caboodle. But it is up to you to take that cup of life or cup of death and drink from it. Remember the myth and the tales of the Holy Grail, that little chalice? Do you remember how many of you actually sat there and watched the Harrison Ford trilogy of being that treasure hunter, where his father was Sean Connery? I forget the name of it offhand. I believe one of them was the Temple of Doom. He had the fear of snakes and everything. But here's the kicker. At the end of the first one, they find this old temple, and a Knight of Templar is still alive there. Only member of the Guardians of that Holy Grail to be alive over 1,000 years later. Okay? The Germans ran in. Oh, this looks like it. Drink from it. Oops, you're dead. Because they didn't do their homework. They didn't use wisdom or knowledge. They didn't use apotheosis. They rushed in and they paid the consequences for it. Now, Harrison Ford's character, after his father was shot, utilized his wits, the tools at his disposal to find the real cup of life, the real chalice. That is what separates a black magician from a white light practitioner, even a dabbler, a wannabe. This is not a path you take lightly. This is a path working that will define you as a practitioner and an individual, especially when you want to become an elder, perhaps get into a priesthood status, start your own coven, your own, how should I say this, your own temple. You see, it comes down to you. Any way you look at it, it is about you and your self evolution, your self growth. Master yourself to master the world. Those like myself can only guide you and teach you. We cannot do the work for you, nor will we. That's what separates us from those others. Give a man a fish, feeds him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, feeds him for life. Remember that quote. And here's one more quote for you. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink, because it's up to that horse to drink it or not. Die of thirst or drink and live. You see, necromancy, Satanism, spirituality, it's all the same. Have a good day.